アルフィータイム It's アルフィータイムイエイやったーやったー
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Yes. Yes.
Hello and welcome to the Decent Wrestling Show. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe, and welcome to another retro review of 2005. This time, the Great American Bash, which took place on the 24th of July 2005. So let's get straight into the show. We opened with a tag team title match as M&M defend their tag titles against Heidenreich and Animal. Road Warrior Animal returned and formed a team with Heidenreich. This was very much the beginning of this new LOD here. So let's get into the match. Heidenreich knocks down Joey Mercury and Joey Powders. He continues to overpower Joey when he comes back into the ring. Animal throws him back in. Big pop when Animal is tagged. Joey with a boot. Animal with a nice double suplex to both members of M&M. Mercury cheats and comes into chop block Heidenreich, who was holding Nitro. And then we get Heidenreich playing face in peril. Nitro misses a leg drop but still can't get the tag as they work over his leg. Mercury gets pushed off a figure four. Then we get the hot tag to Animal, who is a house on fire. A one leg drop kick from Animal, which looked pretty nice. He misses a corner charge and gets hit with the belt, but only a 2 count. The snapshot is attempted, but Heidenreich makes a poor looking save, to be honest. Then you get a beautiful power slam from Animal, and the Doomsday device connects for the win. Heidenreich even sold his leg post the match. So that was really nicely done because he was standing on the top rope, celebrating the win, jumps down and falls down catching his leg. So that was a nice little moment there. This was a perfectly fine opener. New champs, crowd happy. Nice moment for Animal. He looked good in this. The match was standard. Nothing really awful or great. 2.5 stars. Fine start. Eddie cuts a promo backstage and he says manipulation is his new addiction. He says Dominic Mysterio will be at ringside. There was some people chanting what? Seriously, what the hell? Is nothing sacred anymore? Eddie is playing his deranged character very well here. Next up we have Booker T taking on Christian. This match is about respect as Christian is new on SmackDown and they were meant to have a match on SmackDown. He beat up Booker before the match and pinned him, setting up this rematch here at Great American Bash. Christian runs away to begin. Booker goes out to meet him but gets caught on his way back in the ring. We get a reversal and a back elbow from Booker T. They fight on the outside for a little bit. A back suplex on Christian. Christian cheats and pushes Booker into the ring post. And we then get a nice inverted swinging DDT for a 2 count. Christian with some admittedly dull offense before a sidewalk slam from Booker T. Booker misses a kick and gets hung on the ropes. Christian tries to attack Sharmell and gets snapped for his troubles. Booker with a bookend out of nowhere, but a very slow pin and it does not get the 3 count. Sunset flip is reversed by Christian as he holds onto the ropes but only gets a 2 count as the match starts to finally pick up. Spinebuster from Booker T. Flapjack, Spinneroonie, but the scissor kick misses. The unprettier is attempted but reversed as he's thrown into the buckle. Ton punches from Booker, but a powerbomb, feet on the ropes for a 2 count, good near fall. Missile dropkick by Booker T for a 2 count, again feet on the ropes. Poke to the eye and Booker gets thrown out. Christian gets sent into the ring post, however, and then into the steps. Scissors kick from the second rope for Booker T for the win. The match really picked up in the second half after a very slow start. It was solid stuff with some good near falls, but I expected more from this match. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine, but nothing amazing. Next match is for the United States Championship as Orlando Jordan defends his championship against Chris Benoit. Benoit dominates early on with some nasty chops, snap suplex and a drop kick. OJ comes back working the arm. Benoit then hits an awkward looking dragon screw, misses a baseball slide and is pushed into the ring post. He actually has a hole in his neck and that just looks nasty. German suplex to OJ and then a Northern Lights suplex. Kick to the gut from OJ to take control, back to the armbar. Benoit fights out but gets hit with a drop kick. More back and forth as I beg for this match to end. We get another armbar and a neck breaker for a 2 count. Nothing of interest and happens for a while. OJ gets attacked on the top rope and gets hit with a superplex. Benoit makes his comeback as his match is hopefully wrapping up. He hits 3 German suplexes and Benoit's up and hits a diving headbutt. A very slow pin for a 2.9. God damn it. Benoit slams OJ's head into the corner, but OJ's head bounced back to hit Benoit. It looked crap. I see what they're going for, but it looked crap. OJ exposes the buckle and Benoit gets pushed into it for a 3 count. This was fucking awful, boring, and nothing happened much in this 15 minutes. Finish sucked and everything looked bad. Terrible match. OJ is just boring as all hell. 15 minutes too long this match was. Half a star. Terrible stuff. Do not watch this. The next match was a number 1 contendership match for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam as The Undertaker took on Muhammad Hassan. The winner wouldn't get a match at SummerSlam for the title, by the way. This is the end of Muhammad Hassan, thank goodness. He has his sympathizers with him, carrying him on a throne to the ring. He then cuts a bad promo as per usual. So the reason for him being cut off was because they did this attack with some balaclava wearing people who are sympathizers of Muhammad Hassan, and it was like a terrorist attack basically. And then there was a real life terrorist attack on the same day, so that pissed a lot of people off. But it was taped like 3 days in advance, so there's nothing they could really do about it. So they got a lot of backlash for that, and basically that was the end of Muhammad Hassan. Hassan cowers to begin, hits a few weak strikes to no effect. Taker with some soup bones, Maggle. Big boot for a 2 count, old school. Taker scares off the ref and misses a knee in corner. The sympathizers attack the Undertaker. Hassan then on control and does nothing of note. We get a slugfest. Undertaker wins, and then a sympathizer awkwardly gets Undertaker down and chokes him out. Camel clutch, but Undertaker fights out with an electric chair drop. He then does his usual stuff. Hassan escapes the tombstone but gets chokeslammed for a 3 count. After the match, the sympathizers attack Undertaker, but Undertaker fights them all off. Daivari gets thrown through the announce table, and then Hassan weakly chokeslammed onto the steel. We then get the big moment as the end of Muhammad Hassan as Undertaker last rides him through the stage. Craptacular. Post-match was quite fun, to be honest, but this match was awfully dull, and thank goodness this was the end of the Hassan experiment. Terrible stuff. 0. Do not watch this match. Tory Wilson is ready for her her bra and panties match with Molina. For the women, she will show that women kick ass too, and for the men, she will show Molina in her bra and panties. Thank you, Tory. We then get the Blue World Order taking on the Mexicals. Mexicals with their banger theme and their own lawnmowers. Apparently they had a lot of fun with this gimmick. BWO come out with big wheels and it's hilarious. And the highlight of the match. Nova and Juventud begin. Meanie gets thrown into one of them in the corner. BWO do their pose. Juventud, odd corkscrew dive onto Nova, who got distracted by Super Crazy. Nova then plays Face in Peril, but he fires up and Juventud just no-sells. Nova finally gets a big boot and tags Steven Richard in. Chops, back body drop, ducks a springboard, and a sidewalk slam is hit. But Super Crazy breaks up the pin. Meanie takes him out. Stevie misses a corner attack. Crazy moonsault. Psychosis top rope leg drop for the 3 count. Blue Meanie was never tagged in. Quarter star, this was just pointless and filler. Next match is Rey Mysterio taking on Eddie Guerrero once again. Eddie at this time has been teasing a secret that Rey Mysterio has been keeping from Dominic, and he's getting more and more deranged and more evil as the months go on, as he becomes obsessed with trying to beat Rey Mysterio. So Dominic is sat at ringside in a chair in front of the announce table. Eddie tells Rey to shake his hand to show Dominic that they're friends. You know, he doesn't want to upset Dominic. Really good stuff here, really good storytelling. He hugs Rey Mysterio. Brilliant stuff here. Rey pulls in Eddie from the handshake and hits a clothesline. How rude of him. Quick pace to begin, and Rey is desperate to win and tries to win very early. Wheelbarrow facebuster for a 2 count. Atomic drop by Eddie in the corner, but Rey comes back with a top rope hurricanrana for a 2 count. Rey gets crotched on the top rope, and Eddie mocks Rey. Very good stuff from Eddie here. Great storytelling, great character work. Hangman gets from Eddie, but it gets reversed into a hurricanrana into the ropes. 619 and a senton for a 2.9 count. Great near fall here. Eddie rolls out to see Dominic, and he uses Dominic as a shield and makes Rey beg on his knees. He then attacks Rey next to Dominic and comes back in and hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Good vicious offense from Eddie Guerrero. He goes for the gory special, and then he slingshots Rey over the top rope. He goes over to Dom, but here is Rey, who is pissed off, who attacks Eddie. Dropkick to the knee and a boot to the face for a 2 count from Rey. Springboard moonsault was caught, but Rey hits a DDT. Springboard dropkick into the ropes. 619, but the springboard leg drop misses. Eddie hits the 3 amigos. He goes for the frog splash, but Rey rolls away. 2 more suplexes from Eddie, and Rey is just dead. The final suplex is a brutal looking brainbuster. Ouch. Frog splash, but Eddie looks over to Dominic. 1, 2, crucifix pin by Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio wins out of nowhere. Solid storytelling throughout, and Eddie played his character to absolute perfection. There was a little bit too much stopping and starting in the second half of this match, but it was still great stuff, and these two truly never miss. 3 3/4, another great match between these two. JBL cuts a solid backstage promo, good fire as per usual. Next up was Molina taking on Tory Wilson in a bra and panties match. Candice Michelle was the special guest referee, and she has a very hot entrance. So let's get into the match. Molina gets a little cocky and gets rolled up, goes for the trousers, does Tory, but fails. Abdominal stretch from Tory Wilson, and Tory Wilson takes Molina's top off to reveal an orange bra. We then get a roll up, and Tory slightly reveals Molina's panties, but Molina escapes out, and Tory takes a big bump to the outside. Back in the ring, and Molina pulls off Tory's top, revealing a black bra. Forearms to the head. She can't get Tory's trousers off, however, so chokes her instead. Kick to Molina's head, 2 clotheslines and a drop kick from Tory Wilson. Suplex from Tory, and she goes again for the trousers, but Molina hot shots Tory, knocking Tory completely out. She then, on a lifeless Tory, pulls her pink trousers off. Molina attacks Candice, but Tory makes the save. Candice then takes Molina's baggy trousers off, revealing her orange panties. Again, not going to complain here as well. Molina looks amazing. Tory and Candice celebrate, and then we get a nice moment as Candice then also strips to her bra and panties as well. I guess it accomplished its goals. All 3 sexy women stripping. No complaints from me. Tory Wilson's hot, Molina's hot, and Candice Michelle is hot. Good stuff. I enjoyed this one, but not for the wrestling reasons, of course. The main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista defended his title against JBL. JBL had a grand USA entrance, and Batista finally has Pyro. Batista wins the early power games, and we get some nice back and forth early on. JBL gets rammed into the apron kidney first. JBL with a poke to the eye, and he throws Batista into the ring post. A big boot then sends Batista outside the ring. They go over the announce table, and then JBL hits a jumping punch from the announce table and continues to dominate the match. We get a 2.5 minute sleeper hold, and Batista finally back suplexes out of it. He gets thrown out and into the steps, does Batista. Batista then clotheslines JBL over the barricade. The ref gets knocked down, spinebuster. OJ then gets hit off the apron. We get the rope shake and the thumbs down, but OJ comes back in with a chair to the back of Batista. The ref back in to count the fall, but only a 2 count. Clothesline from hell, but there is no ref to count the pin. We then get another clothesline from hell reversed into a spinebuster. OJ gets thrown over the top rope. Batista attacks both with a chair and gets DQ'd as the ref wakes up. Awful ending. It started well. It did start well. It was a nice hoss match early on. Then it got slower and slower and then just stopped. And then we got an overbooked finish and it sucked. It's a shame because this match could have been good if it kept going from the start, but it ended up being a bad match. 1 star. Batista attacks everyone to close the show and send the crowd home at least somewhat happy. Pros and cons. There was 5 cons and 4 pros. Cons here was Undertaker and Muhammad Hassan, which sucked. The crowd disrespecting Eddie Guerrero, which was annoying. Orlando Jordan, Chris Benoit, which again was 15 minutes of pain. BWO in the Mexicals was just a waste of time. And then the main event between Batista and JPL was just a bad match. We did some positives though. Booker and Christian, I guess, was a positive. It was a good match. Again, not great, but still good. Heidenreich and Animal winning the tag titles was a nice moment. Not like anything amazing, but a nice moment nonetheless. And only 2 really great things from this show. We got Molina and Tory in a bra and panties match, which I'm never going to complain about. And then we got Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero in a great match. So overall, I thought this was quite a poor show. It was quite bad. I mean, outside of, if you take Rey and Eddie out of the show, all you've got is a bra and panties match and a fun opener, and that's it, basically. Yeah, don't really watch this show, but if you're gonna watch anything, I'd say just watch Rey and Eddie in the bra and panties match.